I just watched V for Vendetta, and I'm still reeling. The themes of freedom and rebellion are so relevant today. Hugo Weaving as V is everything. His performance is iconic. Natalie Portman's Evie is so strong and inspiring. Her character's arc is amazing. The movie's visuals are stunning too. The art direction and cinematography are incredible. The film's atmosphere is so dark and gritty. It adds to the tension. The plot's twisty and thought-provoking. I love the Guy Fawkes mask symbolism. The movie's message about government control and resistance is powerful. V for Vendetta revolves around resistance against oppression, the fight for freedom and individual rights in a totalitarian society. Identity and anonymity are represented, the power of ideas over individual identity. The movie explores the complexities of violent versus nonviolent resistance, a critique of authoritarian regimes and the erosion of civil liberties. Totally, it is a dystopian thriller/action movie, with elements of political drama, sci-fi, anti-authoritarian genre. In a future Britain draped in the shadows of a totalitarian regime, the streets are silent, and the air is thick with the scent of fear and lift up your hearts, the motto of the Norse Fire Party. The High Chancellor, Adam Sutler, rules from a screen, his voice a booming hammer of propaganda, until a man in a porcelain mask decides to strike back. The story begins on November 4th. Evie Hammond, a young woman working for the state-run television network, breaks curfew and finds herself cornered by Fingermen, the state's secret police. Just as hope fades, a figure emerges from the darkness. He wears a black cloak and the smiling mask of Guy Fawkes. With the flourish of a poet and the lethality of a master swordsman, he dispatches the thugs. He introduces himself only as V. That night, V forces the city to look up. To the soaring notes of Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture, he detonates the Old Bailey, a symbol of the justice system the state has corrupted. V is more than a man. He is an idea. He was born in the fires of Larkhill, a resettlement camp where the government performed horrific biological experiments on social undesirables. He was the only survivor, his body charred beyond recognition, his mind sharpened into a tool of absolute vengeance. He hijacks the national airwaves to issue a challenge to the citizenry. He promises that in 1 year's time, on the 5th of November, he will destroy the Houses of Parliament, and he invites the people to stand with him. While Detective Eric Finch begins to uncover the horrific truth behind Norsefire's rise to power, a manufactured plague used to seize control, Evie is swept into V's world. Her transformation is brutal. V puts her through a simulated imprisonment and torture to purge her of fear. In her cell, she finds a letter written on toilet paper by a former prisoner named Valerie, a story of love and integrity that gives Evie the strength to choose death over betrayal. When she emerges, she realizes the truth. She is no longer afraid. As the year passes, the regime begins to crumble under the weight of its own lies. On the eve of the 5th, V delivers his final justice, systematically assassinating the men responsible for the Larkhill atrocities, culminating in a showdown with the ruthless party leader, Creedy, and the Chancellor himself. V is mortally wounded in the fight, but as he tells Creedy, "Beneath this mask there is more than flesh. Beneath this mask there is an idea, Mr. Creedy, and ideas are bulletproof." V returns to Evie at the mouth of a subway tunnel loaded with explosives. He dies in her arms, leaving the final choice to her. As thousands of citizens march toward Parliament, all wearing Guy Fawkes masks provided by V, the military stands down. They see not a mob, but a unified people. Evie pulls the lever, and the train carries V's body into the heart of the landmark. As Parliament erupts in a symphony of fire and light, Evie stands with Detective Finch. When he asks who V was, she gives the only answer that matters. "He was Edmond Dantes. And he was my father. And my mother, my brother, my friend. He was you and me. He was all of us." The peak scene in V for Vendetta is when V infiltrates Parliament and blows it up. The scene is a powerful symbol of rebellion against oppression. V, dressed as Guy Fawkes, takes down guards and blows up the Parliament building in a spectacular display of explosives. The scene is intense, with great visuals and music. The moment marks a turning point in the movie, showcasing V's determination and the start of the rebellion. One of the best dialogue scenes in V for Vendetta is when V and Evie have a tense conversation at the Shadow Gallery. V tells, "People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people." Evie replies, "But we're not. We're afraid of you." Then V tells, "That's why it's important to show them why." The exchange is intense, highlighting V's philosophy and Evie's fear. The dialogue's thought-provoking, adding depth to the movie. Some of the best dialogues are, "People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people. Beneath this mask, there is more than flesh. Beneath this mask, there is an idea. Remember the 5th of November. Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This is your mask. This is my mask. This is a mask of a man who was. This is the mask of V. Look at it carefully. Freedom. Freedom isn't free. It comes with the blood of martyrs. An idea is a bullet. A bullet is a bullet. A bullet is indestructible." V for Vendetta has had a significant impact on pop culture. It has become a symbol of resistance and anonymity. Its states politics, government control, and rebellion resonate with social movements. The movie's exploration of freedom and resistance continues to inspire discussions and debates. Finally, the movie's blend of action, drama, and philosophy makes it compelling. This is the movie for you, if you love thought-provoking themes, intense action, and powerful performance by Hugo Weaving as V.